One Piece 1134, What to Expect from the Chapter. The very first thing that fans will most likely see in One Piece Chapter 1134 is the continuation of Robin's heartfelt moment with Saul. Fans will likely see these two characters converse more about what happened and how things changed since they were separated. This is more true for Saul than it is for Robin. This is because Robin telling Saul about her adventures would be rather redundant to the fans since they have lived it through their own eyes. However, Saul's adventure from the day that Ohara was destroyed to the day he met Robin on Elbaf again is obscured. Fans need more context on what exactly happened after Saul escaped, how he got to Elbaf, and the whole deal with the books being rescued from Ohara and being taken all the way back to the Land of Giants. These things remain key talking points for One Piece Chapter 1134, and it is highly likely that Oda will turn his focus to here. This then connects directly to the Library of Ohara, which has been hinted at quite a bit over the course of the last few chapters. The Library of Elbaf is certainly going to be elaborated upon soon in One Piece. This might even tie very well with the Library of Ohara, which fans know was inside a giant tree. Here, Elbaf itself is a massive tree, and on a tree branch, fans could see how the establishment of this massive library came to be, what kind of books there are, and how Saul continued to grow it over the years. It is highly likely that Saul himself has learned some deep secrets about the world government that Robin hasn't. After all, there were countless books that were eventually destroyed in the attack on Ohara, and Robin was only 8 at the time, which means there is a lot of knowledge that even she doesn't have. As such, Saul is going to play a massive role in One Piece Chapter 1134, and he's likely going to give fans quite a lot of extra information that they are unaware of. This extra information could then lead to further expansion of intriguing plot points in the Elbaf arc, given that this arc certainly needs it at this point. New information about the Void Century is revealed. One Piece Chapter 1134 is likely going to reveal some massive bits of information about the Void Century to the fans. It must be remembered that Saul's research has to have borne some fruit, and these results will likely now be revealed to the fans soon enough. Just as Vegapunk revealed some massive pieces of information to the fans over the course of the Egghead Island arc, it is now time for Saul to do the same. Perhaps, information about the Void Century that has never been revealed before will now be presented to the readers, and this is going to be a massive step forward, given that One Piece is in its final saga, and it is incredibly important for Oda to give more information to the fans, especially in regards to where Elbaf is headed. Right now, Elbaf is certainly very exciting, but it must also be remembered that this arc lacks a proper goal, as things stand. The Straw Hat Pirates are here on an adventure, and Robin has to meet Saul, but most of these things are already unfolding. As fans know, there needs to be some sort of a thread in the arc which is missing at this point in time. Surely, Loki, who was introduced as a threat by Oda, is not going to cause any harm right now, especially because he's in chains. What's more, One Piece's previous chapters have shown that Loki might not be a threat at all, in the grand scheme of things, since he is now allied in part with Luffy. One Piece Chapter 1134 thus has the responsibility of establishing some greater threat to Elbaf's security, and this is likely going to make things far more exciting. Elbaf's big antagonist could be set up. Fans don't know who Elbaf's main antagonist is going to be. Oda introduced Loki as an evil character in Elbaf first, but this was clearly a red herring. Loki cannot be the main villain of the arc, as is clear from how Oda has drawn his relationship with Luffy already. One Piece Chapter 1134 might hint at the antagonist of the arc, and this hint could come from Saul himself. Based on his time in Elbaf as well as his research over the years, Saul could be the perfect character to reference a massive threat that Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates will then have to tackle. This threat could come in the form of the world government, which would coincide with Saul's findings perfectly. The world government is likely going to turn its eyes towards Elbaf. Not only because this country is a thorn in their side, but at the same time, because Luffy, who they know to be Nika, is currently there. It is time for a massive war to break out in Elbaf, and this war will likely see Luffy, Loki, and many other powerful giants, along with the remainder of the Straw Hat Pirates, fight with everything they have. Taking all things into consideration, One Piece's Elbaf arc is still in the early stages, and One Piece Chapter 1134 is tasked with further developing the plot points and establishing a proper overarching antagonist so that this arc has a goal lined up for itself. Unfortunately, my fans will have to wait quite a bit before things are clearer to them. This is because One Piece is going on a break once again, and, what's even worse is that the holiday schedule is just around the corner, which means fans will essentially be getting One Piece chapter every 2 weeks. That said, soon, fans will be delighted to see how the story progresses further.